What up, everybody? Welcome back to another deck video. Today we're going to be talking about Arcanine. Now, Arcanine is actually a really good deck. If you didn't know what Arcanine Break does, it does 160 for 2 energies, 80 and accelerate 2 energies from the discard pile. Very good card. The reason that this is actually better in U150 than its counterpart Mega Manectric is because Mega Manectric you have to waste a turn to evolve, whereas Arcanine Break you can just Broken Time Space into it turn 2 and start getting that energy going really quick. 80 is a very significant number because it is the number of, it can knock out Claydol, it can knock out Porygon, it can knock out a lot of bench sitters, it can knock out a lot of main damage dealers, it can knock out a lot of starter Pokemon, that sort of thing. So 80 is a very significant number. I would even call it probably the magic number of U150. 80 is just a great number. And 80 and being able to accelerate 2 energies is even better. Now the ones you're going to accelerate to are primarily these two. This one is, these two are EXs, this one's not. But this one is just another Arcanine. You could play a 2-2 line if you'd like, but I like a thicker 3-3 line just to get the break out easier, I guess. Both of these Arcanines are going to one-shot things very easily. 150, and you can stack next turn, that's whatever. 190 and discard 3, hey, that's whatever, because you're just going to accelerate back to it. And then this one does 100, and you flip a coin. If heads, you get to keep your energies. But all those attacks are designed to blow stuff up. This attack's going to set up those cards and then blow up. So like I said, we do play a 3-3 line. Those are the 3 Arcanines that I would like to play. Or Growliths, sorry, they're all pretty good Growliths. Nothing too wrong or too good with them. The only other 2 attackers here, you're going to play Victini and Volcanion. Now you can play this deck as a little bit more of a toolboxy deck, where you're playing a couple lightning energies and Swirl and Lightning attackers. Like you could even play like a Raikou, you could play the Tapu Koko, you could play Speed Game Rayquaza, because if you play lightnings, that's a good combo there. But this deck is more focused on Arcanine and kind of blowing stuff up with this, and that's generally all you need. If you want to late game, you can blow stuff up with Steam Artillery or Victini. They're both going to be doing 100 damage constantly over and over again. But this is basically all you're going to ever need throughout the entire game, so you don't really need to play the speed game, or even the Koko or anything like that. But if you're looking for a more toolboxy deck, I would try to go the lightning route over anything else. Moving on to the rest of the Pokemon here. You got your standard 10. There is no deviating off of this. You are playing the 1-1 Claydol, the 2-2 Porygon line, and then one of each of the best regular bench sitter, supporter, starter cards in the game. No reason to deviate from any of these. You need your bench sitters in the game, and these are some of the best cards for those mid to late game or starting situations. Just ridiculously good cards, no reason not to include them. Supporters also going to look fairly standard. There are a few iterations of weird stuff, but we're not going to get too weird. We are going to play an AZ, a Beyblade. It is a fire deck, so you're obviously going to want to play a Blacksmith. You're going to play Colress, Copycat, Guzma needs to go in every single deck nowadays. It's one of the new cards that needs to go in every deck. Hexmaniac, Karina, Lysander, and Trump card. Marlies and Mallow or Oracle combos very well with Claydol to grab any 2. Pokemon Collector, Professor Juniper, Oak, Professor Sycamore, Rocket's Admin. Whenever I do videos late at night, the glare gets really bad on the screen, so I apologize for this. Roseanne's Research, Skyla, Teammates, and Wally. And then Sage's Training as that extra draw support card. Hey, you're gonna get fire energies in the discard from Blacksmith anyways. And then the other 2 cards are kind of special supporters that you're going to play. You're going to play Kiawe. That turn 1 accelerate 4 fires is really good, especially at Arcanine, so that if you get this turn 1, turn 2, you're going to be able to blow up for 150, 190, whatever. And then the second one you're going to play is actually Pokemon Ranger. Now you're playing Ranger specifically for this Arcanine right here. It says 150 and you can't attack next turn. In Standard, you can play stuff like Zoroark, or you could switch out of it, or, even in this format, you can just play a switch into an Escape Rope, a switch into Floatstone, that sort of thing, switch into AZ. That will get rid of this effect, but if you're ever, item locked, or ability locked, or you can't find a Floatstone or whatever, Ranger's a good out to that. You can just play Ranger and keep your Arcanine in the active already. It's something that Metagross plays to very much success. It's the whole thing of Metagross. If they hex you, you play Ranger, and you're like, haha, I gotta keep this Metagross, and you keep attacking. If it works there, it should there, add, and follow it should work in U150 as well. So pretty standard looking supporter stuff. We're not getting too funky. We're playing most of the standard supporters plus the 2 fire supporters and ranger. Moving on to items. There are a couple weird ones, but that's okay. We're going to play Battle Compressor in this deck. It is a Battle Compressor deck. Kind of goes with Blacksmith after you get Lysander trump carded. You can still be able to accelerate fire energies with Battle Compressor. You're going to play a Bill, a Computer Search, Escape Rope, Evo Soda, and an Invention. All standard looking stuff there. Item Finder, Junk Arm, Level Ball, Luxury Ball, Misty's Wrath, Pal Pat. Again, very, very standard looking stuff. You're going to see these in a lot of decks. PCOM, Retriever, Oak, Scoop Up, Super Rod, and Switch. You're playing some extra switching cards here. You have Escape Rope and Switch due to the the non-EX Arcanine from Evolutions. It is probably the best Arcanine because it's a non-EX hitting for 150, and it can accelerate energies to itself. You are also playing Warp Point for that same sort of effect. You're going to play Soup Teleporter, Ultra Ball, Versus Seeker, Field Blower, and Acro Bike. 2 other ones you're going to play. Max Potion is one that's is always here and there on cards, whether it's weird or not. This deck, it might seem a little weird, but you can do cool plays where you, on your break, where you Max Potion and then Blacksmith back to it. It's the same thing that Mega Manectric uses in Standard, where you retreat into a fresh Mega Manectric, Max Potion one on the bench, and then Mega Turbo to it. It's the same sort of thing. And then you're also going to play a Max Elixir for just that little bit of extra acceleration. You do play quite a bit of fire energies, so it therein follows that Max Elixir would be good. It's really for that one surprise Victini if you can't hit your Blacksmith. And it also does help accelerate to the Burning Road Arcanine, because you can go to one on the bench and then bring a basic to the bench, right? Because Max Elixir doesn't work on a basic, but you can Max Elixir to one of your basics on your bench and then retreat into Arcanine and move that fire energy up. So that's a reason to play Max Elixir right there. But yep, all standard looking stuff. 3 switching cards is the only real kicker there. There's just a little bit of extra switching for that Burning Road Arcanine and all that fun stuff. Moving on to Stadium cards, we're going to be playing 3 Stadiums. You're going to play Broken Time Space, Evolution deck. You're going to be Scorched Earth, play a lot of fire energies, so this is just a great extra acceleration. And you're also actually playing Full Flame. Now, Full Flame is going to be useful for the Arcanine from Next Destinies, the one that I said was probably the worst one. Its ability says that when you get damaged, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. So with Full Flame in play, when they attack into you, they take 40 damage right off the bat. And if it doesn't knock you out, the 100 damage on that most certainly will. 140 is a pretty good number, so that's why we play 1 Full Flame. It acts as an extra stadium for bouncing purposes. There are some stadiums out there that can't hurt you, so you want that little bit of extra stadium presence. Moving on, you're going to play both Muscle Band and Float Stone. Very common cards you'll see in every deck. And then some energy keeping effects in Wishful Baton and EXP Share. Wishful Baton and EXP Share. Wishful Baton's really good on the Burning Road one because you're going to have 4 energies on there that don't get discarded by your own effect. So Wishful Baton, if they take that knockout, it's going to accelerate all your heavy attack cost Pokemon on the bench. It's a way to alleviate the need for break during the mid game. And same with EXP Share, it's the same sort of reason. You can stop your EXP Share on your Baby Volcanion, let that charge up so you can do that 100 damage for 3 energies on your basic. You're going to play all the Elite Four, and you're going to play Dowsing Machine. No real surprises there. You're going to keep all those in this deck. Special energies, we're going to play 2 of them. We're going to play Double Rainbow and Burning Energy. Now, you may be surprised about the Double Rainbow because it only charges up 1 of your Arcanines. It's actually legitimately only good on 1 of your Pokemon outside of Porygon and Claydol. It can only be used on this Arcanine, but it's the same sort of effect where if you need to Max Potion and then go into your break, this is a way to do it so that you don't have to use your Blacksmith as your supporter for your turn. You can Max Potion and attach Double Rainbow and then draw some other cards if that's what you're looking at doing. So that's why you play the Double Rainbow. And then Burning because your other 2 Arcanines discard energies, so keeping those energies on the field is great. And then, like I said, we are going to play kind of a heavier energy line. We're going to play 16 of those guys. give you extra chance to throw those energies in the discard pile so you can accelerate them with the Break and Blacksmith. Also so that you can take advantage of stuff like Max Elixir and stuff like the Stadium. Scorched Earth, that's the one. But yes, if you have any other questions about Arcanine, let me know. It's really, really good because of the Break and being able just to blow stuff up. It's a very simple deck. You're just going to get the Break out as early as possible, accelerate as much energy as you need to, and then just blow stuff up left and right, and, you know, play your hexes appropriately, your goofs appropriately, your ends appropriately, and just kind of put your opponent in a bad spot. If you have any other questions, please let me know. If not, hope you enjoy.